Imagine this: you sit down with every intention of starting that important project. Your computer is on, your desk is organized, and you're ready to dive in. But then, instead of opening the project file, you find yourself scrolling through your social media feed, rearranging your books, or even suddenly deciding it's the perfect time to clean your entire house. Sounds familiar? If it does, you're not alone. Mark Twain once quipped, "Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow just as well." This, my friends, is the essence of procrastination. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy or failing to manage your time well. It's the act of delaying or postponing tasks or decisions, often to the point where it leads to stress, anxiety, or negative outcomes. It's something we all battle with in our personal lives, our careers, and even in our academic pursuits. Today, we're going to dive deep into what drives this behavior and, more importantly, how we can conquer it. Let's start by looking at the psychology behind procrastination. Why do we procrastinate? It's often a mix of several cognitive and emotional factors. One of the most common drivers is the fear of failure. Many people delay tasks because they're afraid they won't succeed. This fear can be so paralyzing that it stops them from even starting. They might think, "What if I do a terrible job?" Or "What if people criticize my work?" This fear creates a mental block that's hard to overcome. Then there's perfectionism. Perfectionists often procrastinate because they want everything to be just right. They set incredibly high standards for themselves and fear not meeting those standards. The thought of producing anything less than perfect can be so daunting that it leads them to delay starting the task altogether. They might think, "If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all." This mindset traps them in a cycle of inaction. Low self-esteem also plays a significant role. When people doubt their abilities, they may avoid starting tasks because they don't believe they can complete them successfully. They might think, "I'm not good enough to do this," or "I'll never be able to finish it." This lack of confidence can lead to a perpetual state of delay and avoidance. Lack of motivation is another big factor. Tasks that seem boring, tedious, or unenjoyable often get pushed to the bottom of our to-do lists. We tend to prioritize activities that provide immediate gratification over those that require more effort or time. This is where temporal discounting comes into play. Temporal discounting is the tendency to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term benefits. We often choose the small pleasure of checking social media over the long-term satisfaction of completing a project. It's about seeking that instant gratification instead of focusing on the bigger picture. But it's not just about these individual factors. There's also cognitive dissonance at play. Cognitive dissonance is the psychological discomfort we feel when our actions don't align with our intentions. For example, you might plan to work on a project but find yourself binge-watching your favorite TV series instead. The gap between what you plan to do and what you actually do creates stress and anxiety. This discomfort can lead to further procrastination as we try to avoid facing the tasks we've been putting off. Procrastination can take many forms. Let's talk about a few common types. First, there's active procrastination. Some people delay tasks but still manage to meet their deadlines. They thrive under pressure and use the urgency of the deadline to motivate themselves. It's almost like a strategic approach, where they intentionally postpone tasks to create a sense of urgency. For example, a journalist might procrastinate on writing an article until the night before the deadline, believing that the pressure will help them produce their best work. While this approach can work for some, it can also lead to high stress and burnout if not managed carefully. Then there's passive procrastination. These are the folks who delay tasks and often miss their deadlines. They struggle to get started and may feel overwhelmed by what lies ahead. This type of procrastination can lead to negative outcomes, such as poor performance, missed opportunities, and increased stress. An example of passive procrastination is a student who continuously puts off studying for exams until the last minute, eventually cramming the night before and feeling unprepared. Unlike active procrastinators, passive procrastinators do not use the delay to their advantage and often experience regret and guilt for not starting earlier. And we can't ignore chronic procrastination. This is when procrastination becomes a long-term pattern that significantly impacts one's life. Chronic procrastinators often find it hard to start or finish tasks in various areas of their life, whether it's at work, in school, or with personal projects. This persistent delay can lead to serious consequences like career stagnation, poor academic performance, and strained relationships. Chronic procrastinators may also experience higher levels of anxiety and depression due to the constant stress of unfinished tasks. To understand how to tackle procrastination, it's helpful to look at some real-life examples. Even highly successful people have battled with procrastination. Take Leonardo da Vinci, for instance. He was known for starting numerous projects but often abandoning them for years. Despite his genius, he struggled to finish many of his works, including the Mona Lisa, which he carried around and worked on intermittently for several years. Da Vinci's procrastination didn't stop him from being a remarkable artist and inventor, but it certainly added complexity to his life and work. Or consider Victor Hugo, the author of Les Miserables. He was notorious for his procrastination. To force himself to write, Hugo would lock away his clothes, leaving himself no option but to stay in his room and work on his manuscripts. This extreme measure shows the lengths to which some people will go to overcome their procrastination habits. And Frank Lloyd Wright, the celebrated architect, delayed working on the designs for Fallingwater, one of his most famous buildings, until just hours before a meeting with his client. Despite the last-minute rush, the project was a tremendous success. Wright's ability to produce brilliant work under pressure is an example of how some individuals can channel their procrastination into a burst of creative energy. But it's not just famous figures who struggle with procrastination. It affects all of us in our everyday lives. Take Sarah, a college student. She often found herself procrastinating on major assignments. Instead of working on her research paper, she'd spend hours cleaning her apartment or watching YouTube videos. As the deadline approached, Sarah would panic and pull an all-nighter to finish her work. This left her exhausted and stressed but taught her the importance of breaking tasks into smaller, manageable parts to avoid future procrastination. Then there's John, a marketing professional. He would delay working on presentations until the last minute. He enjoyed the thrill of working under pressure but soon realized that this habit was affecting his health and productivity. After missing an important deadline, John decided to change his approach. He started using time-blocking techniques to allocate specific times for each task and found that it helped him stay focused and complete his work on time. So, what impact does procrastination have on our lives? On a personal level, it can strain our relationships with family, friends, and partners. Constantly delaying commitments or promises can lead to frustration and disappointment from loved ones. It also affects our health. Chronic procrastination can cause physical and mental stress, leading to anxiety, depression, and even physical symptoms like headaches and insomnia. Overall, procrastination can erode our sense of self-worth and well-being. In a professional context, procrastination hinders our productivity and career growth. Delaying tasks reduces our efficiency, and we often find ourselves scrambling to complete work at the last minute, resulting in lower quality output. Chronic procrastination can limit our opportunities for advancement, affecting our reputation and chances for promotions or new job opportunities. It can also lead to job dissatisfaction and burnout as the constant pressure of unfinished tasks makes work feel overwhelming. For students, procrastination can severely impact academic performance. Putting off studying or completing assignments often leads to lower grades and underachievement. Last-minute cramming usually results in an incomplete understanding of the material. It also hinders the learning process as rushing through assignments prevents students from engaging deeply with the material. Academic procrastination increases stress and anxiety, affecting students' overall well-being. So, how can we overcome procrastination? There are several practical solutions we can explore. First, let's talk about time management techniques. The Pomodoro technique is a great method. It involves working in focused intervals, usually 25 minutes long, followed by a short break. After completing 4 intervals, you take a longer break. This approach helps maintain concentration and prevents burnout. It's especially useful for those who find it hard to maintain focus for extended periods. Another technique is time blocking. This involves allocating specific blocks of time for different tasks or activities throughout the day. By creating a structured schedule, you reduce the likelihood of procrastination. For instance, you might set aside time in the morning for checking emails, a few hours in the afternoon for deep work, and the evening for meetings or administrative tasks. This method helps you stay on track and ensures that you dedicate time to all your responsibilities. The Eisenhower matrix is also a useful tool. It helps prioritize tasks based on their urgency and importance. Tasks are categorized into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By focusing on important tasks first, you can reduce procrastination and ensure that you're working on what truly matters. In addition to time management, adopting certain behavioral strategies can also help. Start by breaking tasks into smaller parts. Large tasks can be overwhelming and lead to procrastination. By breaking them into smaller, manageable parts, they become less daunting and easier to tackle. For example, instead of thinking about writing a 20-page report, focus on writing one section at a time. This approach makes the task seem more manageable and less intimidating. Set clear, achievable goals for each task. Clear objectives provide direction and motivation, reducing the tendency to procrastinate. For instance, if you need to prepare a presentation, set goals for each stage of the process, researching the topic, creating slides, and practicing the presentation. This way, you can track your progress and stay motivated. Reward yourself for completing tasks or making progress. Positive reinforcement can boost motivation and encourage continued effort. For example, treat yourself to a favorite snack or a short break after finishing a task. These small rewards can make a big difference in maintaining your motivation and combating procrastination. Creating a productive environment is also crucial. Minimize distractions and set up a workspace that fosters focus and productivity. This might involve organizing your desk, using noise-canceling headphones, or designating a specific area for work. By creating a conducive environment, you can improve your concentration and reduce the temptation to procrastinate. Changing your mindset is another powerful tool. Adopting a growth mindset helps. Embrace the idea that challenges and mistakes are opportunities for growth and learning. This reduces the fear of failure and encourages a proactive approach to tasks. Instead of fearing mistakes, view them as learning experiences that can help you improve. This mindset shift can significantly reduce procrastination and boost your confidence. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and recognize that everyone procrastinates sometimes. Avoid harsh self-criticism and focus on making positive changes. For example, instead of berating yourself for delaying a task, acknowledge the delay and take steps to address it. This approach fosters a healthier attitude towards procrastination and encourages self-improvement. Focus on progress rather than perfection. Accept that perfection is unattainable and that progress is more important. Celebrate small achievements and keep moving forward, even if the outcome isn't perfect. This shift in focus can help you overcome the paralysis that often accompanies perfectionism and reduce procrastination. Several tools and apps can also assist in managing time and reducing procrastination. Todoist is a task management app that helps you organize and prioritize tasks easily. It allows you to create lists, set deadlines, and track your progress. Trello is a visual project management tool that uses boards, lists, and cards to help you organize tasks and collaborate with others. Forest encourages focus and productivity by growing a virtual tree while you work. If you leave the app to procrastinate, the tree dies, reminding you to stay on task. Rescue Time is a time tracking app that monitors your computer usage and provides insights into how you spend your time. It can help identify procrastination patterns and suggest ways to improve productivity. Mindfulness practices can also help reduce procrastination by improving focus and reducing stress. Regular meditation practice can enhance your ability to stay present and focused. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can help reduce the urge to procrastinate. Deep breathing exercises can calm the mind and reduce anxiety. Practicing deep breathing before starting a task can help you approach it with a clear and focused mind. Taking short, mindful breaks throughout the day can refresh your mind and prevent burnout. Use these breaks to stretch, breathe, or simply observe your surroundings without judgment. Becoming aware of your procrastination triggers and patterns is the first step to addressing them. Keep a journal or use an app to track when and why you procrastinate. Identifying patterns can help you understand the underlying causes of your procrastination. For example, you might notice that you tend to procrastinate more when you're stressed or when the task seems too challenging. Regularly reflect on your goals and priorities. Understanding what's important to you can help you stay focused and motivated. Observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Notice when you feel the urge to procrastinate and explore the underlying reasons. In conclusion, procrastination is a common and complex behavior that affects everyone at some point. By understanding its psychological roots, recognizing its impact on various aspects of life, and adopting practical solutions, we can learn to manage and reduce procrastination effectively. Whether you're a chronic procrastinator or someone who occasionally delays tasks, the strategies and insights shared today can help you take control and make positive changes. Remember, overcoming procrastination is a journey that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to grow. As you go forward, reflect on your own procrastination habits. Take that first step toward managing them effectively. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate each victory along the way. With determination and the right tools, you can conquer procrastination and unlock your full potential. Whether it's in your personal life, your career, or your academic pursuits, you have the power to overcome procrastination and achieve your goals. So start today, not tomorrow, and watch as you transform your life one step at a time. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that empowers you to live your best life. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you plan to incorporate this mindset into your own life. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.